Hey, Shalom, Shalom. We the Hebrew Israelites. Come out week in and week out. Prophesy the downfall of this wicked kingdom, aka America. We call it aka Babylon, Egypt, Sodom and Gomorrah. First and foremost, we give all praise, honor, and glory to the Heavenly Father and His Son, Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Kakadosh. Double honors to the apostles and the elders, GMS, who rule well. Peace and blessings to the hopeful elect. We are here for the elect and elect only. The 12 tribes of Israel, Judah, the so-called Negroes, Benjamin, the so-called West Indian Jamaicans, Levi, the Haitians, Reuben, the Seminole Indians, Gad, the North American Indians, Issachar, the so-called Mexicans, Zebulon, Guatemala, the Panama, Manasseh, the so-called Cubans, Simeon, the so-called Dominicans, Ephraim, the Puerto Ricans, Asher, Colombia to Uruguay, Naphtali is Argentina to Chile. These are the 12 tribes of Israel. Well, our big brother Yahweh Shai is coming to redeem 1/3 the elect, 2/3, as we always say, according to the scriptures, Zechariah 13 and 8. They're going to be set up for the destruction. Okay. Now, a lot of times come out through the spirit. I don't really have nothing to talk about. I figure it out once I get here. That's how it is. Sometimes we'll speak on last week, okay? Brothers were in Chicago, okay? They were in Chicago. They were in there deep. And what they saw, they got a chance to witness. The Lord let them witness a fleet of chariots, okay? They were in the neighborhood. They were out on the block, I guess at the brother's home. And I mean, a band of like chariots came in. And I know the brothers felt like they was finna get delivered at that time. And you had neighbors out there who wasn't in the truth, people looking up, trying to put it on their phone. And you could see them, they basically like ran in the house. You know what I mean? But the chariots are showing themselves more and more, okay? So let me get Ezekiel, the first chapter. Let's see, Ezekiel 1. Ezekiel, the first chapter, okay, we'll start at verse 3. You put my glasses on. Let me read this. Ezekiel 1:3. The word of the Lord Yahweh came expressly until Ezekiel the priest. Okay, you got that word right there. Ezekiel 1. You got that word expressly. I'll pull it up in 1 second. Boy, don't go into it. It just goes into Ezekiel's name. Expressly. This is the definition of expression, meaning clearly. That's it. Hey, clearly. So he said the word of the Lord came clearly to Ezekiel. Okay, that's it. Clearly, expressing. Okay, the priest, the son of Uzai, in the land of the Chaldeans by the river Chabar, at the hand of the Lord was there upon him. And I looked, and behold, a whirlwind came out of the north, a great cloud, and a fire enfolded itself, and a brightness was about it, and out of the midst thereof, as the color of amber out of the midst of the fire. So what they tell you, they saw a wheel within inside of a wheel, right? So they saw a whirlwind out of the north, a great cloud. Yeah, swirling. So when you look up, a lot of times the chariots, those are metaphors for the chariots, clouds, okay? horses sometimes. Okay, because of their power. Okay, they're known as fire at sometimes. Because when Moses had the children of Israel walking through the Sinai desert, what did they say? It was a cloud by day and a fire by night. Okay. Let me see if I can remember what chapter that's in. It's Exodus 13. Maybe Exodus 13. Exodus 13 and 20. And they took their journey from Sukkot and encamped in Etham on the edge of the wilderness. And the Lord Yahweh went before them by day as a pillar of a cloud and led them the way. See, by day he led them as a pillar of the cloud. So the chariot looked like a cloud, okay? And it says, and by night a pillar of fire to give them light to go by the day and night. So it was a fire by night. So it looked like a fire. So at nighttime they wouldn't walk in the it was probably so much light to they weren't gonna trip and fall in no hole or something like that. They won't trip over, hit their head, they could see. So the Lord gave them that light, that cloud by day. By day you can see things, but they followed that certain cloud, and at night he had the chariots probably with them, shining that light down so they could see, and they just followed the other chariots that was shooting through probably the atmosphere, looking like fire. Okay. And then back in Ezekiel, it says, and I looked and beheld, and lo, a whirlwind came out of the north, a great cloud enfolding itself. Okay. It says a great cloud enfolding itself. You got the word enfolding? Enfolding? Yeah. I'm sure. I-N-F-O-L-D. Enfolding. Technical. Which is a noun meaning technical. A turning or folding inwards and inward fold. See, it says a turning. Okay? As the brother said, it was swirling. It was turning. Right? A wheel with the inside of a wheel. Right? And it says, and the brightness was about it and about the midst of as a color of amber out of the midst of the fire. So out of the midst of the fire, that color was amber, right? Right? Now let's get this is Jeremiah 23. Let me see if this is scripture. Jeremiah, let's see what Jeremiah had to say about this. Basically the chariots, right? Jeremiah 23:19. He says, behold, a whirlwind of the Lord Yahweh is gone forth in fury, even a grievous whirlwind, it shall fall grievous upon the head of the wicked. So it says it's gonna fall grievous upon the head of the wicked. So give me Zechariah 5:1. Zechariah 5:1. He says it's gonna fall grievously upon the head of the wicked. So it's gonna be harsh, man, upon the wicked, man, when those whirlwinds come. Basically when you see the chariots, man. Because like they're showing themselves now, but we have to remember, hey, one day they're gonna come to pick the elect up, and they're gonna be destroying the America and different parts of the planet Earth, man.
I got a precept for you on that.
Yeah. One day you're gonna see them coming just like this. Okay? They're gonna be coming, they're gonna be picking the elect up, they're gonna be shooting them laser beams like you see. It's gonna be destroying, like that destruction, that smoke. You're gonna be seeing this one day, okay? Go ahead, what you got?
This is the book of Zechariah, chapter 5, verse 1.
Now, he said, Jeremiah said, it's going to be grievous upon them, upon the head of the wicked. Okay? Now, let's see what Zechariah said.
And it reads, then I turned and lifted up mine eyes.
Go ahead.
And looked.
And looked.
And behold, a flying robe.
A flying robe. Okay? That's another metaphor for the chariots. A flying robe. Okay? Go ahead.
Verse 2. And he said unto me, what seest thou? And I answered, I see a blind road. The length thereof is 20 cubits.
The length thereof, the way he saw it, is 20 cubits. Okay?
And the breadth thereof 10 cubits.
So the width was like 10 cubits. So a cubit is something like 18 inches. Okay? It's like over a foot and a half. Okay? A little less than 2. So what he saw, something that was like 30 feet long and like 20 feet wide. That's what he saw. Okay? But it was what he saw. It was right. If he seen it like that, it had to be like right over his head too. You know. So he's telling you the way he saw it. That's how the prophets of the Lord gave them the visions, and they tell you what they saw. Kind of like this picture right here. You see how Dad and them, they out there. See how that. You see that? You got the 2 guys on a horse, but right above their head is a chariot. He said the length thereof was 20 cubits and the breadth thereof was 10. So that's basically almost describing in perfect length and width of what these Gadite brothers are looking at right there. Yeah. See, that's about in perfect size. Okay. Go ahead.
Verse 3. Then said he unto me, this is the curse that goeth forth over the face of the whole earth.
He said, this is the curse that goeth forth over the face of the whole earth. Okay? You got that word curse?
I'll grab it real quick.
Oh, I can get it. You can go back and read it over. I'll put it up on mine.
This is the book of Zechariah, chapter 5, verse 3. And it reads, Then said he unto me, this is the curse that goeth forth over the face of the whole earth.
He said, this is the curse. When you go into curse, Allah, right? It says an oath of covenant, a curse from Yahweh, all right? Execration, cursing, right? So, you go into that origin, curse is goes into oath again. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to pull up the word curse in Google and see what it says. Okay? The word curse is a solemn utterance intended to invoke a supernatural power to inflict harm or punishment on someone or something. So this is that curse, which to some people is supernatural, the chariots. If they look at them, they don't even believe it. They're gonna be like, oh, it's like, wow, you know, like they don't really believe that we have angels outside of these heavens here that can move in vehicles. Because you go into chariot, it goes into a karab, which is a war machine. I think it's Rachab. It means a war machine, okay? You got people don't even believe in it, man, okay? But it says this is a curse, right, in Jeremiah. So it's a supernatural power, right, that they're going to see that's going to inflict harm, like Jeremiah said, going to deliver grievousness unto the wicked, okay? Go ahead.
Verse 3, then said he unto me, this is the curse that goeth forth over the face of the whole earth.
It goeth over the face of the whole earth. Now, America is that place that's going to be totally destroyed. Okay? But you got a precept? Go ahead.
This is Amos 9 and 8. Behold, the eyes of the Lord God are upon the sinful kingdom.
It says the eyes of the Lord Yahweh are upon the sinful kingdom. We know that sinful kingdom is what? America. His eyes are those angels, man. That's why we starting to see a larger fluctuation of angels showing up, right? Because God's, Yahweh, Hashem Yahweh's time is not the same time as our time. One day of the Lord is 1,000 years. So it's time for that destruction of America to happen. The Lord is putting the go out there for the heavens, man. The host of heaven to come down here and do the bidding, his bidding. So the eyes, which are the angels, they are upon the sinful kingdom, which is America. That's way past wicked, man. That has made grievous laws against the Israelites. They have made Israel become more and more like them, cross-dressing, changing themselves from men to women, changing themselves from women to men, pursuant to Romans, the first chapter. Okay?
Got our people on the needle.
Yeah, brother, like I said, got the people on the needle. Got you in that whole healthcare thing, because they know that's where the money at. You know, Esau hell, man. You know, what he called free healthcare is really him making money off a situation, but trying to kill you at the same time. Man, Esau, this is why it says this is the curse. It's gonna go forth, right? And then Jeremiah said it's gonna be the whirlwinds are gonna be what destroys the wicked. The chariots, man.
You got to touch back to what you said. The chariots on the outside of the earth. You ain't done with that. There's some chariots on the outside of the earth.
Yeah. See that? Right there, man. They on the outsides of the earth. You see that? Them little white dots. See, them the chariots that are they hovering on the outside of the earth, man. This is like a recent picture. Okay.
Water.
Go ahead, finish.
And I will destroy it from off the face of the earth.
The Lord said He's gonna destroy the sinful kingdom, which is America, off the face of the earth. America's gonna be laid desolate. It's gonna be a wilderness, man, not inhabited. The scriptures tell you. Okay, it's gonna be inhabited by satyrs and porcupines and desert creatures, man. It won't be inhabited by no man anymore. Right? Because when he brings up nuclear structure, it's gonna leave a radiation around here for so long, you're not gonna be able to come here. All we're gonna be able to do is ride in a chariot and show our kids, hey, that's where that spot that had us in captivity for over 500 years. That's the place. You know what I mean? Go ahead.
Saving that I will not utterly destroy the house of Jacob.
Saying utterly, I will not destroy the house of Jacob, because there's a remnant in the house of Jacob. The Lord has a remnant. All of Israel won't be saved on this side. The Lord said there's an Israel of Israel. Okay? But all Israel will be saved in the kingdom, because they'll be brought back by what? The 1/3. Okay? But he said he will utterly not destroy, because that picture we just showed you of the chariots, they were beamed up, and certain men gonna get beamed up. All right? Go ahead. Check it out.
This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 26, verse 20. And it reads, "Come, my people, enter thou into thy chambers."
Come and enter into the chambers. Now this is in the time of thermonuclear destruction, right? After all hell is broken loose, when the Lord is destroying America, the missiles are on their way, right? Being shot from the countries such as Russia and Iran upon America, and Pakistan and China, with that thermonuclear destruction. You know, the Lord gonna say, "Come to the chambers for that little while." The chambers are in the chariots, man. Those are gonna be rooms in the chariots. Go ahead.
And it says, "And shut thy doors about thee."
Shut the door about thee. Go ahead.
"Hide thyself as it were for a little moment."
Hide thyself as it were for a little moment. Go ahead.
"Until the indignation be overpassed."
To the indignation be overpassed. So the Lord, He said, hide yourself for a moment, so you're going to be in the chariots. Give me Revelations 15 and 1. 15 and 2. 15 and 1 and 2.
This is the book of Revelation, chapter 15, verse 2. And it reads, "And I heard a great voice out of the temple saying to the 7 angels, Go your ways and power out the bowels of the wrath of the Heavenly Father up to the earth."
Go ahead.
Verse 2. "And the first went and powered out his vow."
That ain't 15, I don't think, is it?
15, verse 2.
No, it's 11. 15 would be... Wait a minute, it's 15? He spoke of... That's go ahead.
The book of Revelation, chapter 15, verse 2, and it reads, "And I saw, as it were, a sea of glass."
So he said he saw, as it were, a sea of glass. Go ahead.
mingled with fire.
mingle with fire. So when the Lord just said, come up here for a little moment in them chariots, right? When you get beamed up, it's gonna be looking like you on a sea of glass. In the chariots, look like you get beamed through the fire, right? Spoken of in Zechariah the 13th chapter. Okay? Now, let me get that right quick. Read that right quick. Okay? This is Zechariah 13:8. And it shall come to pass that in all the land, saith the Lord Yahweh, 2 parts therein shall be cut off and die, but the 1/3 shall be left therein, and 2 parts is 2/3 of our nation. Okay, they're gonna be cut off and die, but he said the 1 part shall be left therein, and I will bring the 1 part through the fire, and will refine them as silver is refined, and will try them as gold is tried, and they shall call on my name, and I will hear them, and they shall say, it is my people. And I will say, it is my people. And they shall say, the Lord Yahweh is my power. So he said he's going to try us to silver and gold. Those are 2 valuable instruments that are very valuable, precious stones that are very durable, okay? All right? That he said he's going to bring that 1/3 through the fire. So what the brother is reading in Revelation 15, they're going to be standing on what?